You are in a labyrinth. You have a twin. You have to be born again to find your twin again. The labyrinth was created by the Greek gods. They sacrifice 7 girls and 7 boys in this game. The number 7 and 7 reflects the 14 pieces of Osiris's body, and you are on 7 continents, 7 seas, 7 days in a week with 7 chakras under 7 spirits of God. But you had more than your twin. You have an animal, like a bull, that was cut from you. This white bull is an ancient story, and this bull is your trinity. The animal is like electrons, which lives forever, and the gods use your animal to live forever, while you get to be put in a labyrinth to suffer. Mithra cutting the white bull and the bull turned into the moon is a story of the moon and the earth and the sun that was cut from you, and we are in a labyrinth. You were cut from your twin, and then your animal, which was like the white holy dove, the white bull, or a white unicorn, was also cut from you. What do these white animals do for the gods, like President Snow and the white roses? Our animal pulls their chariot like a reindeer pulling the Santa Claus. They give them immortal life while we get to suffer in life and death or duality. In the looking glass, Ariadne is a Greek goddess who shows up to give us the spindle of hope out of this labyrinth so that we can return to our divine inheritance and we can get into a place where we are not under the control of these evil gods who love to watch us suffer in an ancient game called the Panathenaic Games, where they took 7 girls and 7 boys to be sacrificed. This was a religious game performed in a stadium, and I see this stadium often in your looking glass readings. The box that Osiris was put in was a labyrinth. In Virginia's piece, we can see that Ariadne has flowers. She's holding a spindle and a thread. She has a picture of a person who has a baby upside down, which means something happened in childbirth. Ariadne died in childbirth. And so the story of Ariadne is connected to the Minotaur and the bull. So the Greek god Heracles pushes the bull down. So Heracles is also in this art. And Heracles is pushing the bull down. But more than pushing the bull down, putting a technology inside the third eye of the bull that is the shape of a rectangle. If you've been watching my lives, you know we study symbology and sacred geometry. Behind every pleasure and every pain is a sacred geometrical shape. And pain is a square or a box, like Osiris was put in a box underwater. So these avatars are called avatar. Ava means water. And so the bull having a technology inside of him and being pushed down into a labyrinth. And then here at the bottom of the page, you can see a little girl and a little boy on a rock as if they are being sacrificed. And then above everyone are these elemental gods. There is Dagon the fish god, there is a triceratops, and there is someone like a Christ-like being holding the age of Aquarius, waters flowing into Ariadne's face. And the face has a cross on it. A cross always means the elemental gods: earth, water, fire, and air. So what this is saying is that we are in District 12. 12 hours, 12 months, 12 zodiac signs. Now you can connect the dots about why Jesus left the Bible at 12, or Cinderella had to be home by midnight, or are you going to the tree? They hung up a man, they strung up a man, they said, who murdered 3? Strange things are happening, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight by the hanging tree. And so this number 12 is a prison. The only way out is 13. So if you're in the letter W, the Wicked Witch of the West, which is a mirror of the letter M, If you are in the World Wide Web or the Wicked Witch of the West, you are in the labyrinth. You're in the illusion. But if you make it to M, Emerald City or Auntie M, like Dorothy walked the labyrinth, that is the 13th letter in the alphabet. 13 spelled backwards spells L. This takes you to El Shaddai, Elohim, Aleph, the one infinite God, the elements, electricity, electrons, and 11. The 11th house of Aquarius, and it helps you to grow your biofield and your spirit in order that you make a great crossing to your twin. So you have a double born again self, and this double born again self must be connected in a divine marriage. Water meets fire, fire makes steam, steam makes a child. This is the Christ child, this is Horus, and this makes a trinity. Moon, earth, and the sun must be united within you. And then the sun is electrons that live forever. The moon and the earth represents protons and neutrons, which decay and die. But if you have your trinity, you will not decay and die. So this reading is incredible about how we are finding ourselves in a realm that is dominated by 7 continents, 7 seas, 7 days in a week, 7 colors to the rainbow. You have 7 chakras. There are 7 wounds of Christ, 7 spirits of God, 7 metals, 7 musical notes, 7 heavens, 7 deadly sins, 7 wonders of the world, 7 trumpets, 7 seals, and we know that we are in the body of Osiris. As you can see, the church steeples are always looking like the piece of Osiris that was lost. We are the lost child. Our embryo was cut. We are the bitten apples. And what did the gods do with our animal, which is our bull that was cut from us? They use our animal to fly their chariot like Santa Claus. So Santa needs a reindeer. And your reindeer, your bull, your holy dove, your rabbit, whatever your higher self is, pulls their sleigh. And that's not okay. They shouldn't be able to use a piece of ourselves or cut our soul in order to make them live forever. Because if we're all doing the will of God, and we are all but children and innocent here, this imbalance of peace and neglect, sorrow, and suffering is becoming overwhelming. So we have to realize that the technology that they're using on us, which is cutting your animal from you like the golden compass. Your animal is electrons. It's what lives forever. It's Voldemort eating the unicorn. So when you look at President Snow being white, what is white as snow? The bull that was sacrificed always had to be a pure white bull, like President Snow, right? So the pure white bull, the pure white holy dove, the white unicorn is sacrificed, eaten by the gods to make them live forever, and you get to suffer. You are a bitten apple. So this President Snow with the white roses is about they live in luxury, they live forever, they get your electrons that lives forever, and you get to suffer. Yay. But I'm here to tell us how to get out, and this is why we do readings every day at 2 o'clock p.m. Central on my live, to see who your higher self is, who your animal is, and how to kind of look at them and try to connect back with them and wake up so that we can fly out of a prison of duality, life, death, love, hate, and get to a trinity where we can be creators of new worlds. We are the crown of creation. We should be creating worlds instead of suffering. Thank you so much for listening, and if you have anything to add, please like and share. Or comment. So go out and buy a spindle and a thread as your action prayer that you're ready to come out of the labyrinth. The corona borealis is a pink bubble surrounded by an emerald color. This is why Glenda came down in a pink bubble, as the corona borealis represents her crown. Corona means crown. She holds the scepter of the blazing star of Solomon, and she is a helper to you, and she is very much linked to Ariadne. Ariadne is known as the thread of hope. I also encourage you guys to watch The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games had District 13, which was destroyed. You guys always make videos about how we used to have 13 months, 13 hours, and how we don't have that anymore. There are many secrets in the movie Hunger Games about how things are destroyed, where they destroy information, they destroy our history, and they hurt us in ruthless ways that are just almost sick. I also encourage you to look up the story of Mithra cutting the bull. Mithra cutting the bull with a 7-pointed star is connected to Dagon the fish god. Ancient depictions of Mithra has Dagon the fish god near Mithra, and the bull that was cut turned into the moon. So we were all born in the moon. This means that we were born in sin. The god of the moon was named Sin. This means that something was cut from us in the moon or connected to the moon, and we were left ignorant, our memories erased, and very fragile, lonely beings because we are forever hungry or thirsty for our animal that was cut from us. I also encourage you guys to watch The Golden Compass, where the children who are cut from their animal are left in despair. And they often have mental issues because they can't think straight. And so they leave us, with autism, they leave us with mental problems because of this cutting. And so we have to find our holy dove, and we have to find our Trinity. And I think we have to do it together. So let's wake up and let's go get a ball of thread and let's say an action prayer that we're ready to have the thread of hope to get our divine inheritance returned to us. And all of you guys can activate your own halos through this age of Aquarius, and that's what Virginia's art is saying. You see that halo above her head? It is a Christ being who is putting waters, living waters flowing from your heart over the head, and this is your halo giving you information, and this is the thread of hope from Ariadne. What an amazing piece, what an amazing read. You guys, don't take this reading lightly. It's very important. We're at the 11th hour, and it's time to awaken. Otherwise, we will forever forget.